We're cracking open the loot from 100 kills of Doom of Mokhaiotl at Delve level 1. Let's see if this grind is worth your time or just another rune chunk pick. Here we are, just about to finish the second kill of the video. We got 13 sharks, 7.5k, we're getting better. Okay, for fourth kill we get 15 sun-kissed bones as a drop. These are untradeable, so the value is a bit skewed, but you could consider the amount of prayer XP you can get from one of these is almost the same as using a dragon bone on a lit gilded altar. Now for a cheaper alternative for a gear, instead of Masoris, you could go with Elite Voids. And they are actually even better damage than Masoris are in later delves, so there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, here is an example for the punish mechanic. As you see, there is mage and range prayer on, which means you have to go for melee attack. And if you go there and spec with crystal halberd, you will get additional hit splats based on the amount of hit splats and your strength bonus you're wearing. So you can deal absolutely massive damage. If you're only going for first few delve levels or even the first one, I would suggest going with amethyst arrows instead and probably using only prayer potions to save some money, and then you would get a bit more profit out of this. So far I've actually surprised myself by how much loot you're getting from here. The average loot seems to be quite good, and the first floor isn't that complicated and you can do it with like simple gear. Ooh, what the hell, these are so expensive. I didn't even realize these had so much value. Alright, I'm gonna start speeding up the kills a little bit here so we can get down to the 100 a bit faster. I'm gonna showcase all of the loot, and at the end I will show you the complete amount we got and few tricks how you can actually do the prayer XP and turn spirit seeds into money. This whole 100 kill process took me around 3 hours. It was by no means a efficient 3 hours. I'd take some time to read the chat, and that also included selling all the items I got and doing the prayer XP from the sun-kissed bones, and also claim those before mentioned spirit seed monies. So you can definitely push it a bit more faster if you want to. And here we have a mechanic I forgot to mention earlier, where you have to lift up a shield ball from the ground by popping 2 volatile earths. First one will be where the ball will go, and the second one will be the spawn point of the ball. And you just have to walk under it to negate all the damage from boss smacking ground. But here we go. We actually got a Mokhaiotl Waystone, which is a teleport for this place. And these are actually going with quite a bit higher price than it shows here. At the time of making this video, it is going for 190k per teleport. So have that in mind. And we are now 1 month after the release of the boss. So this is where we actually finalized our first trip, and I can actually show you how I get back here after a bank. So the way I do it, I have a Civitas Illa Fortis teleport in my house, so I'm utilizing that to get to Civitas, and then flying with a Quetzal to Tal Teclan and running from there. Quite fast way to get back here. Dragon Dart tips, okay. We are now starting to close in on the halfway of the kills, as we are already going to the 40th kill. But let me know if you wanted me to make a guide for delve, or actually like the first delve, or maybe a guide for delves from 1 to 4, or I could actually make a guide for each of the floors. Comment down below, and remember to of course subscribe if you like the video. Now let's continue with sped up kills and showcase the loot. We arrived at the halfway. I'm actually starting to get excited to show you what will this end up being as for profit. Sadly, from first delve we are not able to get any uniques, but the good quantities of high value items are still promising for profit. Maybe the hardest things for me killing the first delve, or hardest things to learn, were the shield phase. The shield ball was quite hard in the beginning, now it goes smoothly. But then as I get more comfortable with the boss, sometimes I just forgot to do the melee punish. And if you let the boss charge up and don't go for the melee when it's necessary, he will hit you, and he will hit you hard. It's guaranteed 99 damage to your face if you forget that. So don't do that. Just remember to go for melee when it's time to melee. It is just surprising to me how many spirit seeds, dragon med helms, dragon dart tips, and even onyx bolts you get here. Like, it's proving a point to me that it's actually not that bad killing this if you just want to chill a little bit and learn mechanics for later point in time if you're new to the boss. We are getting dangerously close now to the 100 kill point where I can start to wrap up the profits. Only a few to go. All I can say is that this boss is actually really fun to learn, and the thing that makes it unique compared to any boss out there is that you can always push yourself a little bit more and a little bit more. So you can constantly feel like it's a new thing, like you're actually getting forward with your skills, no matter how little or how much at the time. What's in the last coffer or loot? Okay, more fire runes. And that is it. 100 loots from Tomb of Mokhaiotl. Now let's go to sell these and see what we got. Here is everything we gained. Now it's time to sell them. I'm gonna speed this part a little bit just for not consuming your time for nothing. Now to the important information about spirit seeds. You can't sell them in GE, but you can do this. It seems that in order for me to sell or get any value out of spirit seeds, I have to go to Farming Guild to exchange the spirit seeds that I got. Would you like to trade in some spirit seeds for seed packs? How many would you like to trade in? All of them. For seed packs. Nice. Open them. Hold up, that's money. Dragon fruit seeds. Wait, how does this work? Now let me take us back to GE and sell these, and then we know the actual value in coins that we got. I think that's actually quite good value. There is some dragon fruit seeds as well. Holy shit. How much do I get from this? 300k. Let's sell the rest of these seeds quickly, and then I'll wrap up everything while getting rid of the sun-kissed bones we got. And then we know the prayer XP as well. So we got 3.1 million GP in coins. And then I'm gonna count down the supplies we used. 500 dragon arrows, which are approximately 1 mil, as they are 2k each. This you would be able to get down a lot by using amethyst arrows. Then for restores, there was 51 of them, 830k. And moonlight antelopes I used 44, so that's 100k. Ranging potions I only used 8, so that's 43k. And approximately 100,000k worth of runes for casting Death Charge and Thralls. So supplies in total were 2 mil. You could cut half of this away by just changing the arrows. And then for the prayer XP, we got 44,000 prayer as well. So in total we made 1.1 mil GP profit and 44,000 prayer XP. In conclusion, if you speed things up a bit and use better optimized gear, amethyst arrows and prayer potions, you can expect to make like 750k to a mil per hour